Hey guys, Dusty Smith here, and man, I'm telling you, I have never seen the conservative snowflakes more triggered than I've seen them over the last couple days over this Gillette commercial. Have you guys seen this shit? They're going nuts, man. So basically, Gillette released a commercial that said, hey dudes, let's try to be better. It was a commercial that pointed out that yes, there's still a lot of sexual harassment going on and bullying going on, and maybe as men, we can step up and encourage other men to be better and be better ourselves. And I actually thought the commercial was pretty well done. As a person who tries to speak out against sexual harassment and bullying, I actually took this commercial as a celebration of men. It was basically celebrating and championing the men that actually do speak out. It's actually a pretty emotional video, and I actually thought it had a really good message. Now don't get me wrong, I understand this is just a marketing ploy. This is simply a big corporation trying to make money. But you know, if a big company has to market something at me, this is a pretty good message to market, in my opinion. I get it. Some people don't like big corporations to preach to them, and that's totally understandable. But if that's the case, the most a reasonable person should have done about this commercial is watch it, then roll their eyes at it, and move on with their lives. But obviously, that's not what the pearl-clutching, fake outrage mob did. They freaked the fuck out. They was like, oh, hell no, you don't tell me to try to be a better person. If I want to be a piece of shit, I'll be a fucking piece of shit. Fuck you, Gillette. All of them are on Twitter just furiously typing away. For example, intellectual dark web member and Muppet professor Gad Sad tweeted over 24 times about this in only 24 hours. And he made multiple videos about it. This dude was triggered as a motherfucker. Like this hot take: I need to get on the elliptical to be fit for the next rape and pillage campaign, scheduled for 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Oh no, wait, Gillette and Procter & Gamble have taught me that I can be a better version of myself. The raid is off, the raid is off. Thank you, Razor Company. Yeah, dudes, because that was the fucking point. Dude, they're simply asking you to speak out when your friends act like shitheads. They're not insinuating that all men are going out to rape and pillage, you fragile motherfucker. But that's what these outrage merchants do. Gadsap was not the only one who made dozens of posts in one day about this. Eternal shithead Piers Morgan also freaked the fuck out about it and posted over 24 times in a 24-hour period. That's exactly what these fucking outrage merchants do, folks. They're literally like teenage girls. Oh my God, Becky. Somebody made a commercial I didn't like. I must furiously type about it all day, non-stop. Meanwhile, it's these same motherfuckers calling everybody else snowflakes. With amazing takes like, let's be clear, Gillette now wants every man to take one of their razors and cut off his testicles. Like seriously, how is getting so outrageously over-the-top stupidly offended by this commercial not exactly the same shit you accuse SJWs of doing? It is. It's the exact same shit. I mean, they're literally acting like this is the end of the world. Somebody says, quick check on Twitter to see what Piers Morgan is getting unnecessarily angry about today. Oh, razors. He's angry at razors. What a strange man. And his response is, no, I'm angry at a campaign to end mankind. It's a fucking razor commercial. Look, dude, if you are seeing the end of mankind in a fucking razor commercial, that is goddamn 100% on your dumb ass. It's a world where United States allies are literally killing our journalists and getting away with it. It's a world where the President of the United States is literally accelerating climate change, the one thing scientists say could lead to the eradication of all life on the planet. And this is the shit these motherfuckers are on the internet typing about all day. Can you imagine if they actually put that effort into something important? But they never fucking do, because they are fake motherfuckers. They are the fake outrage mob. And right-wing hero Jordan Peterson was so outraged by this commercial that he doesn't think anybody should ever buy a product from Procter & Gamble ever again. This is a dude whose entire spiel is about how sensitive everybody else is. But the truth is, you guys snowflake so hard, it's like Christmas every day. And James Wood was mad about it. And also Notch, the guy who made Minecraft, who unfortunately is a giant fucking shithead, thinks it's a part of an obvious ongoing attack on men, and he has no idea why some people pretend not to see it. Everybody knows men are super oppressed dudes. Asking men to stand up and be better is a clear attack on us. We're so oppressed. And Dave Rubin was all pissy about it. Apparently he moved into the Dollar Shave Club, but the Dollar Shave Club just called and they're like, no thanks, Dave. And then Stefan Mulenuts made a video complaining that the sexual harasser in the video was white instead of black, because everybody knows black dudes be raping, yo. And then he tweeted what may be the hottest take on anything in the history of mankind. The Gillette ad features Anna Kasparian, who works for the Young Turks, named after a group that committed genocide, slaughtering 1.5 million Armenian Christians. This is no accident. Hard leftists hate Christians. That couldn't be more obvious. That's right, folks. It could not be more obvious. It's so obvious that this commercial from Gillette asking men to be better people is simply code for murdering Christians. I don't think it's an exaggeration in any way to say that this video from Gillette is clearly calling for genocide. After all, folks, guillotines are basically just big razors. You ever read something so stupid it makes you go, what? 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 What the fuck? And obviously there were tons of triggered conservative snowflakes who left angry comments about this. Like this one from Angry Pup. When's the ad about women using rape bullshit and ruining men's lives, Gillette? Women will be women, question mark? Ah, that's right. This shit only works one way, right? Just like racism. That's right, Gillette. When you gonna make your commercial attacking women for lying about being raped? Huh, Gillette? Hey, Gillette. Don't tell me how to raise my boys. Stick to making razors. Yeah, Gillette. If I want my boys to be bullying, sexual harassing assholes, that's my business. Well, I guess I'll never buy another Gillette product again. Way to go, Democrats. Now I am racist because I'm white, and I'm toxic because I'm a male. White men are by far the most abused class on the planet. Gillette, you realize that 90% of your customers are men, right? And you made an anti-men advertisement? Bravo! Go woke, go broke. Never ever buying your products. Fuck you. Shove that SJWBS up your ass. Dude, they literally just asked men to speak out against sexual harassment and bullying. This shit is the very definition of pearl clutching. Motherfuckers who continuously make fun of others for playing the victim, who continuously paint themselves as the victim. Sorry, white dude, but you ain't the fucking victim. The new face of Gillette. You PC, bro? You know, because asking men to speak out against bullying and sexual harassment is totally evil and PC. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not gonna be PC like these motherfuckers at Gillette. Instead, I'm gonna speak out in support of bullying and sexual harassment. Take that, social justice warriors. And there was also some really good comments, like this one aimed at Boogie that perfectly illustrates this fake outrage. Gillette's like, hey guys, we shouldn't be assholes to one another. And all the alpha males are like, this ad castrated me. I swear, when these conservative snowflakes are even mildly criticized, this is how they act. I was murdered! And then for some reason, even though this has nothing to do with trans people whatsoever, people have decided to take shots at transgender people. You know, because transgender people are not picked on and harassed enough. Let's just drag them into this and make fun of them for no reason at all. And Millie Weaver thinks Gillette is for pussies. Hey, I'm pretty sure you can shave your hairy pussy with it, Millie. And Mark Dice is like, the best a soy boy can get for those who have no testosterone left. That's right, folks. Using a Gillette razor lowers your testosterone somehow. You're just a feminine soy boy cock. I got lots of testosterone streaming through my body. I got big hairy balls. Real men are masculine, and men who are less masculine are worse than us. I am in no way indicative of the toxic masculinity this commercial hopes to address. And man, look at the ratio of this video. 325,000 likes to 699,000 dislikes. All these men's on the internet, they ain't having it. They're like, fuck you, Gillette. Don't tell me how to live my life. And so many of the butthurt comments left in this video were hilarious. Gillette, it's over. R.I.P. This is an epic fail. Scary. Total demonization of men. Like watching a prettier version of 1984. Sick to death of this drivel being shoved down our throats. Gillette better hope feminazis start shaving again. Men won't be buying your products anymore. The new Gillette commercial is disgusting. They are trying to destroy traditional family values by trying to make men feel ashamed of being male. I'm teaching my son traditional family values and to be proud of being a male. That's right. I'm teaching my son how to bully everybody. He gonna be sexually harassing all his fucking co-workers. He gonna sexually harass all you bitches. Boys will be boys. And he gonna be proud to be a male. And this one rightly attacks women. Toxic masculinity is bullshit. And the ad is literally just shitting on men. Women aren't happy about this ad either. Take a minute to stop being a slut and shitting on men and actually do something with your life. That's right, Gillette. Stop being a slut. If you would just stop fucking everything in sight for a minute, Gillette, maybe you could do something with your life. And Fox News, through their magical use of mental gymnastics, somehow managed to claim that this ad was disrespectful to the troops? Look, bitch, if this ad was disrespectful to the troops, they should be disrespected. And there was all these people pissed off and breaking their Gillette shit, throwing it away. Like, fuck you, Gillette, and goodbye, Gillette, hello, shit. Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Now you literally gotta reach in your dirty ass toilet water and pull the fucking razor out. Just because they're disposable don't mean you can flush that shit. And this guy's like, fuck you, Gillette. I'm throwing away and destroying something that I already paid for. That'll show you. But there were also a lot of really good comments about this video. Michelle Guido says, Gillette razors. We need to move into a culture that no longer excuses men sexually assaulting and harassing women. And men are like, this is a war on men. I will never buy another Gillette razor in my life. And this is literally how these dumbasses are acting. Like fucking children. And this one, laughing my ass off, Gillette was like, hey, maybe try being a decent human being. And men are like, don't tell me what to do. Never buying Gillette razor again. And this is from Jim Cole. I just finally watched the Gillette ad. I don't understand why advocating that men take part in raising their kids, that men teach their kids not to be violent, and that men be considerate is offensive. I think you'd have to be very insecure to see this ad as an attack. And yes, you would. You'd have to be incredibly fucking insecure in your masculinity to think that this commercial could in any way do damage to it. Which is exactly what Stephanie says. If a TV commercial threatens your masculinity, I would suggest to you that the problem isn't really the commercial. Message! Exactly fucking right. And this one was funny from Holly Schulz. The backlash to that great Gillette ad has shown there is a market for razors designed for thin, sensitive skin. That's right, conservative snowflakes. Maybe Gillette will design a special razor just for your sensitive asses. And Jack Parr's like, all the people being upset at the Gillette ad, are we the snowflakes? Yes, fucking yes, you're the goddamn snowflakes. And this guy says that Gillette ad is not at you unless it pissed you off, in which case it is absolutely at you. Yeah, if you got upset by this ad, it definitely says a lot more about you than it does about this ad. People are just looking for shit to be mad about. And Pace Magazine says, if Gillette really cares about toxic masculinity, they would stop advertising on Tucker Carlson's daily hour of toxic masculinity. And that's a really good point, Gillette. If you are advertising on Tucker Carlson's program, stop that shit. Stop supporting his ass. And Late Night Gaming says, point of the ad, men aren't inherently jerks. And we can stand up to the assholes who give men a bad name. And then people online are like, why are you saying I'm a bad person? It says a lot about the people who identify with the bullies in the ad and not the people standing up to them. That's exactly right. That's why I took this ad as a compliment. Because I see myself as a person that stands up to bullies and stands up to people who sexually harass. I personally identified with the heroes in this video, and if you didn't and instead got offended, that's on you. And another common point people pointed out was the pink tax, which I think is incredibly relevant here. Gillette, just like many other razor companies, sells razors at a higher price to women than they do men. Even though the razors use comparable materials, should cost about the same to manufacture and produce, they know they can charge women more, and so they do. So if you really want to stand up for women, put your money where your mouth is, Gillette, and stop this practice. So look, folks, I know a lot of you have been freaked out by feminism. I know you watch all these YouTube videos, all these conservatives and anti-SJW commenters, and they do nothing but beat into your head constantly that feminism is evil, that they are man haters, and they want to attack men any chance they get, and that when they say toxic masculinity, what they are actually saying is, all masculinity is toxic. And I used to believe that exact same bullshit, but then I actually researched it, and that's not true at all, people. Toxic masculinity has nothing to do with all masculinity being toxic. It's about how certain behaviors associated with being masculine are actually bad for men. And there are absolutely a lot of behaviors associated with masculinity that are very bad for men, that need to be stood up to, that need to be called out, that need to be changed. Men have a much higher suicide rate than women. Men have a much higher rate of getting themselves killed for stupid ass reasons than women do. Men absolutely have tons of fucking problems that need to be addressed. But what you have to understand is toxic masculinity is not an attack on men, it's an attempt to address those issues. Like, it's weird because so many people believe that feminism is only about women's issues. And yet when they recognize that men have issues themselves and they try to tackle those issues, men see their efforts as an attack instead of help. But it's not an attack. It is an attempt to identify the actual problems and try to solve them. And the only way we could ever do that is if men stop being so fucking fragile. I just honestly don't get this male fragility movement. I've been a white dude my entire life. I've never fucking felt like I was oppressed. And pointing out the bad things that some men do is not an attack on me. But sorry folks, I'm just not fragile enough to believe that this commercial was an attack on my masculinity. I'm not enough of a snowflake to be offended by this ad campaign. Hell, I don't even like Gillette razors because I think they're too expensive. But people are so triggered by this ad campaign that I'm half tempted to go out and buy me some. I'm tempted to start buying them all the fucking time. You know, it's like how conservatives like to buy products and do shit to trigger liberals, like buying Chick-fil-A or buying a gun and taking pictures with it. I bet I could trigger all kinds of conservatives by buying Gillette. In fact, I know the perfect way to trigger the conservatives. I bought a Gillette razor and I'm gonna use it to shave my gun. Yeah, look at me shave that gun. Ooh, I'm shaving the shit out of this gun. Are you triggered, conservatives? Are you triggered? Yeah, you're so triggered. Anyway, it's just hilarious to see these conservative snowflakes act the exact same way they accuse the other side of acting. And as always, it's fun to point out their hypocrisy and laugh at them about it. So go ahead, you outraged merchants, keep clutching your pearls, and I'll be happy to keep humiliating you with logic. Fuck yes! Hey guys, Dusty Smith here, and this is Penguin, one of our rescues here at the Human Society of Mississippi Animal Sanctuary. As many of you know, the main reason I keep making videos is to pay for my animal sanctuary. So if you enjoy what I do, please consider supporting me on Patreon. Even $1 or $2 really helps. Thanks guys. Mwah!